who fought in the Rhodesian Bush War. Have you ever wondered about the key players in the Rhodesian Bush War? This conflict, which spanned from the early 1960s to 1979, was a significant struggle for independence in what was then known as Rhodesia, now Zimbabwe. The war was deeply tied to the global tensions of the Cold War, making it a noteworthy event in the context of the 1960s. On one side, the Rhodesian government, primarily composed of white settlers, fought to maintain control over the country. Their military, known as the Rhodesian Security Forces, included regular army units, police, and reservists. They were supported by a handful of foreign volunteers, including some from the United States who had combat experience from the Vietnam War. These volunteers were drawn to the Rhodesian cause, believing in the fight against what they saw as communist influences in Africa. Opposing them were the black nationalist movements striving for independence. The two main groups were the Zimbabwe African National Liberation Army and the Zimbabwe People's Revolutionary Army. The Zimbabwe African National Liberation Army was associated with the Zimbabwe African National Union, while the Zimbabwe People's Revolutionary Army was linked to the Zimbabwe African People's Union. Both groups were united in their goal to end white minority rule and gain freedom for the black majority. International involvement played a significant role in this conflict. The Soviet Union provided military aid and training to the Zimbabwe People's Revolutionary Army, while the Chinese offered support to the Zimbabwe African National Liberation Army, though their involvement was more focused on propaganda and smaller acts of sabotage. Interestingly, while the United States did not officially recognize Rhodesia as an independent nation, some American citizens chose to volunteer for the Rhodesian forces. The Rhodesian Bush War was not just an isolated event. It was part of a larger regional conflict involving neighboring countries like Angola and Mozambique. These nations were also grappling with their own struggles for independence and were influenced by the broader ideological battles of the Cold War. In the context of 1960s nostalgia, the Rhodesian Bush War reflects a time of significant political activism and change. It highlights the ongoing fight against colonialism and the quest for self-determination in Africa. This conflict, while serious and often brutal, symbolizes the spirit of a decade marked by upheaval and transformation.